Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, and I'm here as promised. I have some different decks to show you guys today that I kind of pulled a couple of, or a few rather, that I haven't used in a little while that I'm pulling out of the vault. But and I'm in a slightly different. What up? Hi. Welcome. I'm in a slightly different filming location because I kind of wanted like the morning sun to come in through the windows. I'm also gonna do some sage burning for us here, and some like sound cleansing of the area because that's fun. I have this like wind chime that was hung up in my closet whenever I was still in the broom closet, if you will. And I haven't found a place to hang it up yet because I used to like make it jingle before I would do every single reading in the morning. Not so much anymore, but here it is. If you guys remember that store, All Seasons Nashville, I think they closed in like 2018 or something, but that's where I got this. But I will never forget, that store was so dope. Alright, so basically, we're just gonna see what's going on for the weekend and the week ahead, just in case I can't get another reading to you guys at some point in the upcoming week. But I have the pocket-sized Crow Tarot, which is going to be our main tarot deck. So let's see what is going on for my Instagram peeps. Oh, check it out. It's the Knight of Cups. So we are... I mean, it's good energy. It's us like bringing a level of like emotional openness or sharing or appreciation to situations, to our interactions with other people. Let's see, what's our column 2? Okay, looks like we got 2 cards for column 2. Got the 8 of Pentacles, so we are, this upcoming week, we're going to be working on mastering our craft and paying attention to the details of things. We also got the King of Cups, so really we're feeling pretty emotionally much better than recently is kind of what I'm feeling like. I feel like the emotional landscape is going to be helping to support us in working toward these goals that we have for our personal works, if you will. We also got the King of Wands, so yeah, definitely also support in taking actions this week. We did get the 5 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, though. So there is kind of like this danger, I guess you could say, of like feeling like no matter what you do is not enough, or like maybe like financially some people are feeling a little bit like not comfortable at this during this time period, and I could see how that could be possible. But it's important to remember with the 5 of Pentacles that it does kind of represent a choice where you can choose to, sit in this victim sort of mindset, woe is me, or you can at least be grateful for the things that you do have. That's just a kind of an alternate way of thinking about the Five of Pentacles when it comes out at you that I learned years ago with the large version of this deck. Okay, so let's clarify our columns. I'll go like this. How about? Clarify our Knight of Cups. What's this emotional... whoa. Well, Temperance, flew out. So, maybe what we're going to be doing is kind of the kindness and generosity of, our emotional selves that we're bringing to situations this week. That's going to kind of help to balance the energy of the situations that we find ourselves in. So, really... you guys, all of my people on here, you guys are well into your spiritual journeys. You're not new to this at all. You've worked hard on yourselves. And I think that this week, what we're going to have an opportunity to do is to kind of show somebody else the way, so to speak, or help someone with something emotionally. I kind of want to get one more clarifier for that column though. Yeah, so the other two cards that just flew out was the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Cups, so I guess I'll just chuck those over there because those seem relevant. Because we got the Queen of Wands the other day, too. What was it, Thursday night or whatever that I did that reading for you guys? Man, the days just keep flying by. Ace of Swords was in that reading, too, so... and then, Knight of Cups coming out again. Very interesting. Yeah, I feel like we are kind of approaching as here's an offer of my friendship or companionship or love to someone. And what I think is going to happen is that is going to kind of propel us into what we're going to talk about here in these next two columns, which I kind of have a feeling about these. Wow. Yeah. So wish fulfillment, very emotionally secure, when it comes to, the King of Cups is here too. So yeah, emotionally, I feel like we're learning how to regulate, emotionally self-regulate. And I think that maybe what this situation is talking about is that we're going to see that in a situation where we have to help somebody else. That's just the vibe that I'm getting, because the knights are always bringing something, There's the Fool on the bottom of the deck too. So it's this might be new territory for us. Something that maybe we haven't done before, or something that we haven't done in a long time, is kind of allow ourselves to also just to allow ourselves to feel satisfied. That's one thing about this guy that's important to remember about the Nine of Cups, is that he is yes, all right, I got all my cups, I always think about the movie, what was that one with, James Franco and he was playing Florida Man, and he goes, look at my shit. So that's kind of that card, but it's emotionally, look at my shit, but I think that having an attitude like this about kind of how far we've come to emotionally, and kind of distilling that, if you will, and putting that into the details of our work, is really gonna bring some very good positive vibes into our lives this week. This reading has been going great so far. All right, let's see what's going on with this King of Wands. Whoa. So a bunch of cards just fell out. I'm not going to take all of them, but I will take the Lover's card and this, and the Wheel of Fortune was really standing out to me too. So yeah, definitely romantic connections, business connections are possible this week that are like really gonna help you to feel like things are changing in a way that is kind of feels like like God is maybe like giving you a gift. And yeah, you have to work for it, you know? But I feel like my people here, you guys have already been putting in the work. And I think that this is going to be a great week coming up where you're going to finally see some rewards for the things that you've started to work on. But here's another reminder. It's important to make sure that you're getting enough rest and you're taking care of yourself. You don't want to get burnt out during this time, and especially emotionally burnt out, because that like directly translates to the physical, as you all probably know. Okay, so I have a few Oracle decks to pull on top of this. First up is the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. This is an astrology deck. So it has the planet, a keyword, and the sign. And this is just like the main 6 planets. So Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn are all in this deck, all through the 12 signs, and it's all different artwork. Yeah, so, okay. So I'm just going to kind of pull, I kind of want to do one clarifier per column with this one. That's the best way that I have found to use this deck. So let's clarify column 1. I just want one card, please. I don't want half the deck, please. This one flew up in my hand, fulfillment. Also organization and appreciation, too. I'll just leave those. So that's Saturn in Sagittarius, Moon in Leo, and then Mercury in Capricorn. Interesting. So this card is really catching my eye because Sagittarius is about, exploration and higher learning. And I kind of feel like these are related. Like, these feelings are related. It's kind of a feeling of, like, I'm not really sure how to describe it. I'm not super good at reading this particular deck on top of stuff, especially when a million cards come out, but yeah, feeling emotionally fulfilled. I kind of just feel like that's yeah, and like, appreciation, gratitude. You got Yo Cornucopia here, your Fruit of the Loom, Mandela effect or whatever. Yeah, and this Mercury retrograde in Virgo, even though this is a Capricorn card, I feel like we are getting organized, but I think for a lot of people, it's less about getting organized on in the physical and more organized in the emotional realms. All right, let's see about column 2 with our emotional work that we've done kind of paying off. Okay, one card. Impulsiveness. So for this, it's like, I think that it's kind of suggesting that it's okay that if you feel like if you feel kind of, I know what this is. Okay, so recently something has been coming up for me where a way to discern if the work that you're doing is right for you is if it makes you feel, if it gives you more energy. Like if you're doing something and it gives you energy, then you're on the right path. I think that that's kind of what that's indicating. I love the horse on this card. Okay, let's see what's going on with our column 3. Whoa. Oh, this indecision card popped up too. Interesting. Okay, well then that actually also means what I was originally going to say, which is that it's okay to just jump into something if you have like the first inkling that it's the right thing to do, or if you feel like it's like aligned with kind of like how you're trying to like perfect your, not perfect, but you know, master whatever task it is that you're working on. I know that's kind of vague. You'll have to bear with me with this deck, but I wanted to bring it out again because I need practice with it. None of these flipped up for this column, but I felt like this is the right one. Optimism. Perfect. Yeah, so this change that's coming, this sort of union of these like supportive, creative energies, you know, feels like a gift, but strings attached gift. It's important to be optimistic about that. And we got Fortune on the bottom, which is the Leo Sun card. And we did just have this Leo new moon. So I feel like that's relevant. Okay. The next deck that I want to use, I'm not going to pull... Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's a cool deck. I just kind of wish that, like, I knew how I could use it a little more directly, but I'm still experimenting with it. I'm sure I'll figure something out. So the next deck that I pulled out is the Divine Feather Messenger deck. It's got birds in it, and I just felt like this was going to be a good deck to just pull on top of things for the weekend. So let's get a bird out, is what I like to say. When I pull from this deck, I'm like, let's get a bird out. So we can see, and these have like messages right on them, so it's pretty direct. So let's get kind of a summing up of this week ahead energy. I don't want 5 cards. Just one bird, please. Just a bird. Okay, it still gave me 3, so... Alright. We got the Blue Jay, which is one of my favorite cards in the deck. Seeing this card actually made me buy this deck. It reads, the time is right to access and master your abilities. Do so with humility and control. How about that? With humility and control. That's this, like, very directly. So, that's awesome that worked out that way. Very cool. We got the White Turkey also falling off to the side here. The power to heal the earth is within you. I feel like maybe that could be related to this like, emotional, this, like, beautiful emotional kindness sort of energy. I feel like going into situations this week with the intent to heal a situation, like, even if it's a little uncomfortable, is gonna be like is gonna pay off in a big way. This one is great too. The Heron, let go of convention and follow your own unique path. Awesome. Well, that's something that I always encourage you guys to do. Is like, you know, if you feel like the rules aren't right for you, you know, with something, or like to within reason. Don't just be like, nah, I'm tired of the law, I'm gonna do whatever I want. Don't do that. But like, if you feel like the conventional way of doing things is just not really working for you, you know, just try something different, because it may surprise you. It might come through with like a nice positive change, or like it might bring you to like a new conclusion about something, that, like, you know, you maybe didn't see before, kind of like an aha moment. Cool. And then we got the Finch on the bottom of the deck for this one. New opportunities and choices are opening up to you now. Claim them. Yeah, so definitely this upcoming week has, like, very good energy of change in a positive way, but I think that's really dependent upon, like, the attitude that we're bringing. That's why this Knight of Cups was so important over here. Okay, I have this deck, which is the, hold on, I have the box for it. This is the Animal Spirits Knowledge cards that I felt really called to pull back out. I probably haven't used these in about 7 or 8 months or something like that, but the artwork is like really beautiful. This was all hand painted back in the 90s, and there's information on the backs of the cards. They're not necessarily oracle cards, but I like them because sometimes like the animal sort of archetypal energy can bring like some clarity to a reading. So I'm going to pull on top of our big reading here and see what we get. What do my Instagram peeps need to know for the upcoming week? Hey, it's the heron again. So maybe if you guys see a heron this week, because, you know, in Tennessee we see them pretty often. If you see one, just kind of remember this message is kind of what I'm gathering. It reads, symbolism, life, feminine energy, renewal. The heron is a bird of the water and is thus associated with feminine energy and regeneration. In ancient Egypt, the heron was the first transformer of the human soul after death. Because it was seen in flight over the fields when the Nile began to flood. Yo. I just had to take a step back for a second because what was I just saying not 2 days ago about the ancient Egypt and the Nile with Sirius and all that, and how it's not on the 8th and how it's actually location dependent? That's blowing my mind. Okay. I just had to take a second. It was associated with fertility and the renewal of life. In the Roman epic, I can't read that. I don't know how that's pronounced. Somebody tell me the pronunciation of this in the comments later. The heron is again a symbol of renewal and is depicted rising from the ashes of the burned city of Ardea. There's the artwork credit there. Enid. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Enid. Okay. I don't know the story of that, but maybe I need to look into it. So there's our heron. And then on the bottom of the deck, we got this bear. Healing, divinity, invulnerability. The bear symbolized divinity and healing in many cultures. The Ainu people of the northern islands of Japan believed the bear was a mountain god. In India, bears are believed to prevent disease. Children may run on a bear's back to avoid sickness. And among the Finno-Ugric peoples, the bear was the god of heaven. The bear has figured prominently among Native American peoples, who regard it as a spirit helper. This painting of a bear woman dancing with a rattle recalls the Pawnee Indian story of bear medicine woman, in which a girl was born with a bear spirit has the power to heal. Reminds me of good old Brother Bear. I love this artwork in this deck because it's kind of trippy. There's like little like faint details inside of the different pieces of the artwork, and all of these are like that. It's just incredible. Great deck. It only cost me like $13. Okay, so final card, and then I'm gonna get out of your hair. We're gonna pull one from the Shaman's Way, and I do have the guidebook here so you guys can see what kind of silly things this person writes in the guidebook. You heard me complain a couple days ago about how I don't like this guidebook very much. It's like very hit or miss, but okay. Last card for the upcoming week. Okay. I've been seeing this card a lot recently. So what this card has to do with is it's kind of asking like, hey, are you not grieving something that like you probably should? Are you like not like here? I'll just let the guidebook speak for us. 31. Loss, grief, void, empty, identity. Most of us are familiar with the grief that follows the passing of a loved one from this world. We grieve, and over time, while the grief is still present, it is not front and center anymore. We have moved on. This is the most common and accepted type of grief. What people don't talk about, or if it is mentioned, it is downplayed as the grief of the loss of identity, safety, autonomy, dreams. When these losses and grief go unacknowledged, they do not go away. They can fester quietly underground, disguised as depression, lack of enthusiasm, fear, anger, disconnection with life. Are there or have there been some unacknowledged losses in your life that are masquerading as something different just to get the attention, respect, and time to be processed that they deserve? Yeah, so I feel like that's kind of related to, like, you can't bring this cup and this healing energy to these situations. You can't help alchemize, like, someone else's pain until you kind of, like, tell yourself the truth about, you know, about some kind of a, like, maybe there was a dream that you left behind. Maybe there was a part of you that you left behind, you know, that still kind of needs to be healed. But it could be a situation where you've already dealt with a lot of that, and it could be alluding to helping somebody else with that. Sort of being the healing force. We did get this transmutation on the bottom of this deck, and I haven't gotten that card yet, so I am gonna look at it because that like very directly to me relates to that Temperance card. What's this, number 14? A change, energy, vibration, empath. By pulling this card, it's a good indication that you are empathic. You feel what others are feeling. At some point in an empath journey, they will always ask, what is mine and what is theirs? Meaning emotions. The energy and emotions you feel from others, an area or just the echoes of a long ago occurrence, feel as real as your own energy and emotions. You have one body, and this is the tool we as humans have to experience energy. But we are not a slave to how our tool, our body, experiences all the energy. Our body is a magnificent creation, and you can use it to transmute energy. That is, we can change what we are feeling. Cool, yeah. I mean, all of this really goes back to our column 1. And what's interesting about that is that the other day, our column 1 was really telling us almost everything that we needed to know. Everything kept like going back to that. I think that all of this is still important, because I think that these two columns are kind of encouraging us that, like, going into things with like not just a good attitude, but a healing attitude is really gonna, like, show us where, like, our gifts and talents are, and, you know, this mastering of abilities. And then this Heron energy, of, you know, renewal, and then going your own way and doing things, you know, in maybe an unconventional way. It's interesting. Yeah, let me finish reading this to you guys, and then I'll get out of here. At the beginning of this guide, you saw how to ground your energy. There is, in this, there's some stuff up here about, like, some general tips on, like, how to do some things, I think. I don't know. I honestly didn't read this part, because I was like, I already know how to create a sacred space. Changing the energy around you is relatively easy, it says on this page. You feel it, you ground it to Mother Earth, and you bring it up through your body to connect with the divine energy through your crown. Okay, so this is like, it's talking about, like, visualization, chakra work. Basically, you're visualizing like roots going like from your feet down into the earth, and you're pulling the energy up through your feet, like up through your chakras to your crown and out through your crown, sort of energy. That's what that's referring to. And I'm sure you guys already know about that. That's a pretty well-known technique, but it works. It really works. It works to like help you, like if you feel like dissociated, or if you feel like you don't have a level of strength to get through a situation. That's a really helpful technique to kind of just give yourself a bit more like power and energy. It really does work. I've done it a lot. Everything is energy, and your job is to be heaven on earth and transmute it. What about this situation can you transmute? Are you taking ownership or washing your hands of a situation that you can easily change? Yeah, I feel like we are the healers this week. I think that's really the main message, is that we are healing the world around us in a pretty profound way that's going to pay back, or that's going to like pay off, like our energy is going to be rewarded if we show up to a situation with the intent to heal. I think is really the best way for me to sum it up. Well, thanks for coming to the reading, and thanks for watching this afterward if you watched it on Instagram, or I also post these on my YouTube channel now, so if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching. Come over to the Instagram to see it live next time. I'm gonna try to do these once a week at least. I have like, thank you. I have like a million decks, so I was actually thinking about recording like a deck tour and posting it on YouTube. Also, I might get to that today, but today I'm really working on my Journey of the Wolf deck. I'm gonna transfer that over to the new cards, and I'm gonna clean up the guidebook a little bit because I'm gonna print a new guidebook this week. So whenever you guys see me at the Divination Share this upcoming Friday, I will have a new version of my deck and a new version of the guidebook to show you, so I am excited about that. And I hope you guys have a fantastic Saturday and rest of your weekend. Definitely make sure you get a lot of rest, because like if we're gonna be the healers this week, remember that we have to fill. Oh, you won't be there? Bummer. Well, that sucks, but I'll see you guys again, I'm sure. Man, that sucks. But yeah, it's okay. I'm sure we'll see each other again. Yeah, I hope you guys have a good weekend. And a good, if I don't see you for another month, a good month ahead. And, oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going to all of them as much as I possibly can, because they're so fun, and everybody is so nice. Yes, thank you. I'll do my best. But I'm gonna get on out of here now, and I will talk at you guys later. Y'all have a good one. I never know how to end these, but I'll see you later. Bye.